All right, we're working on an assignment. It's called Brushing Up on Strings. Let's get started. Make sure all of your answers are printed out in the output. So we're gonna do a little standard way to print our stuff out, and I'm gonna type that over and over basically. Question 1 says store a string that is 25 characters long into a variable. So my variable, I'm just going to call it string. Let's say equals, and I'm going to make up a string. The big red dog jumped over the fence. Alright, so this is a string. It's colored in the orangish reddish color here. It starts with a quotation and it ends with a quotation. So this is a variable. It is white, and it says I want you to store this information in there. That's what the equal sign says. Take this information and put it inside of that box. Now we just need to print out our answer. So we're going to say print, and I'm going to say number 1, comma, and we want to print out the string. Okay, so string is my box. I put this information in the box, and then I print it out. Number 1, comma, that means put these two things together, and string. So it's going to print out what's in string. So if I hit run, it shows me this is what is in the string. And now it said it needs to be longer than 25 characters. I really don't know how many characters that is. I'm pretty sure it's longer than 25. But question number 2 says use a function to count how many characters are in the string. So this is going to be helpful for us. So we can actually figure out how many characters are in that string. So I can type print. This is number 2. So comma. Now we're going to do len, and you'll notice that len appears in yellow just like print appears in yellow. That means it's a function. This function comes with a set of parentheses just like print. So on this first print statement, it has an opening parenthesis and a closing parenthesis, and this len here is a function that comes with an opening parenthesis and a closing parenthesis. Now we need to tell it what are we looking for? Well, we're looking for the length of our variable string. So string. So this is going to print out how long our string is. So it printed out the number 2. The comma said add this to it, so length string. So the length of our big red dog jumping over the fence was 38 characters. Now it says store your full name into a variable, and then make sure it's all lowercase. So I'm just going to say full underscore name is equal to, and this is a string, so I'm going to say Jonathan Wren Eversole. Sorry, I had someone come in. Okay, so we just wrote full name in here. Full name is equal to Jonathan Wren Eversole. That's my whole name, and it's all lowercase. Now I just need to print that out. So I'm going to say print. I'm going to use the same format I've been using, so 3, and then I'm going to do comma. And what am I printing out? I want to print out what's inside of that box, the box full underscore name. So there is 2 different boxes here. I have string, and it holds that sentence, and then I have full name, and then it's holding my full name in lowercase. So if I hit run, you can see there's my name printed out in lowercase. It's perfect. Number 4 says use a function to print out your name in uppercase. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to do print. That's a function, so it has 2 parentheses, the beginning and the end. Number 4, and then comma, because we're adding this together. And where is my name stored? Well, it's stored inside of this variable called full name. So I'm going to write full underscore name, And there is a special function that will take my whatever inside of this variable and make it uppercase. So I said full name dot upper. Now you're going to notice that upper, this is a function, and it is yellow. That means it needs a set of parentheses, a beginning one and an ending one. There it is. So now when we run this, it's going to go to the box full name, and then it's going to run the function upper on that box. So Jonathan Wren Eversole is going to get changed into Jonathan Wren Eversole, all capital letters. Perfect. Next one. This says print out characters 3 through 8 using square brackets 3, 8. I'm going to show you what that looks like. Print, and we're doing number 5, comma. So full underscore name, and here we're going to use the square brackets just like I showed you, and I'm going to put 3:6. To get the colon, it's right next to the letter L on your keyboard. There is a semicolon, and then if you hold shift and click it again, there's colon. That one is blue. So you have semicolon, it's got a comma on the bottom with a dot, and then the colon is 2 dots, one over the other. Okay. So if we run this, it prints out ATH. Let me show you what's happening here. So if we go to line 10, I'm adding an extra line because I'm going to put a comment up here. The letter J is in the 0 spot. The letter O is in the 1 spot. And so on, just like that. Dot, dot, dot. And it continues just like that. I told this line right here, I said go to the box that has my full name, go to 3, and I want you to print out all the way up to 6. So from 3 to 6, not including 6, it printed out those letters. And you can see that right there, ATH. So if I wanted to print out the J, I would need to change this number to 0 and run. Then that's going to print out from 0 all the way up to the A, but not including it. All the way up to 6, but not including it. Alright, so that's how that works. Cool. Next, number 6. Test the function capitalize on your full name variable. So I'm going to do print. I'm going to do number 6, full underscore name, and we're using the function capitalize. So full name dot, that means I want to do something to it, capitalize, and then that is yellow. That means it's a function, so it needs a set of parentheses. So there they are. Let's run this and see what happens. Now this function only capitalized the very first letter of my string. I'll make a little note there. Capital only does the first letter. You can make yourself notes like that, or maybe you can just use it and, you know, remember yourself, but I like to write myself little notes, so now I can look at that and I can read it and I can say capitalize only does the first letter. Alright, going to the next one. Ooh, I just noticed that I haven't been pulling this up and it's probably been hiding it. That's unfortunate. Okay, so let me go over this part right here. 3 to 6 right here. I'm going to change this to 0, and this is number 6, no, number 5. So if we look at this number 5, I'm going to change. If we look at this number 5 here, it's printing out Jonath. It's going from 0 all the way up to 5. It does not include the 6. So if I change this to 3, it's going to start at the 3 and it's going to end at the 6. ATH. Just like that. I'm going to leave that up higher so you guys can see the output. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that. Okay. Number 7. Test the function find. So I am going to do print. I'm going to do number 7. And we are working with full name dot, and the function we're using is find. Now I'm going to run this, and this is going to give us an error, but we're going to read what the error says and we're going to see if we can figure it out. So if I run this, it says type error find takes at least 1 argument, and you gave me 0 arguments. So the function find needs 1 argument, and we didn't give it any. Well, what does that mean? Well, we told the program we wanted to find something that's inside of full name, but we didn't tell it what we were looking for. Let's find the letter A. So what's inside of full name? Well, it's my name here. If I type just the letter A and I just tell it to look, it's going to give me another error because there's no, you'll notice this is white. It's white just like full name is white. That means that it's a variable. We don't want to look for a variable. We want to look for the letter A. So in order to look for the letter A, we need to make sure that it's orange. We're looking for this orange string letter A. So if I run that, you will see that it found it at spot 3. I have 2 A's in my name though, and it did not find the second A and only found the first A. So that may be something you might want to note here. This only finds the first instance. Okay, so it told me where the first A was. It did not tell me where the rest of the A's were. Maybe it would be more beneficial if I moved my picture over here. Let's do that. Okay, next one. Test the function title on your full name. Print. We're working on number 8. So we're going to put full underscore name here, and we're doing title. So title, and let's run this. So now what you'll see is it capitalized the first letter in each word of that string. So Jonathan got capital, Ren got capital, and Eversole got capital. So kind of like a proper name kind of capitalizing here. But if you had more, it would just keep capitalizing the first letter in each one of those. So pretty cool. Next one. Test the function swap case on your full name. So print. This is number 9. We're doing this on full underscore name. Dot swap case. That is yellow, which means it needs a set of parentheses because it's a function. So if I run this, you'll see that everything got capitalized. Everything got capitalized. Is that what that function does? Does it always capitalize things? Well, actually, it capitalizes, it does the opposite. So let me show you. If I make all of these letters right here capital, the N, the A, the T, and the H, those are now all three capital letters. So now if I run this program again, you'll notice that the N, the A, and the T, and the H are all lowercase. So it just swapped the case. So if they were capital, it made them lowercase, and if they were lowercase, it made them capital. I don't know when you would use something like that, but hey, maybe you will. Number 10 says travel to this website. So I'm going to copy that. And it says go to this website and pick one more function to test. Here's the website. On the left hand side it says methods. These are functions or methods that you can use to they're just like the ones that I picked out. I actually went to this web page and this is where I picked out the ones for us to use here. So just like capitalize here, it says converts the first character to uppercase, so the description tells you what it does. So what I want you to do is go to this page and pick out a function that you'd like to test. I'm going to test is alpha. This one seems like it could be very useful for me. Is alpha. It says returns true if all characters in the string are alphabet. So we know what the alphabet is. They're letters, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a new variable. This is my test. And I'm going to put just my middle name in there, Ren. And I'm going to put number 10. This is my final one. And I want to know if I take the box test and I run a function on it, and I want to run the function is alpha, what will it do? All these are letters, so if this is correct and it works the way I think it does, it's going to say true. Everything in there is a letter of some sort. True. That is absolutely what happens. What if I do ren Eversole? And what if I run that? You're going to see it returns false. That says false. Well, why would it return false? There's letters in there. Well, it's returning false because it is very literal. There is a space in there, and a space is not a letter. So not everything is a letter. Okay, well, what if I get rid of that, but I capitalize the R? Does this still mean it's true? Yes. What if I put an exclamation mark on the end? No. Okay, so what this function does, it is called a Boolean. And a Boolean returns true or false. So it either returns true or false, and these are very helpful. Boolean values are very helpful. They're like tests, and they're very, very helpful things. Okay, that concludes everything that we were doing on this. I'm going to make it where you can see the whole screen. So maybe if you're just barely missing something. So this is the entire screen. So this is the answer to all of the stuff that we just did. And you can use that to finish your work. I'm done.